You've got a new report out on travel trends in 2021. You said you can't look too far ahead, but you can give us a picture of this year. What does travel in the year ahead and the waters, essentially, what do the waters look like to you?
Yeah, so I think that what's going to happen is you think about where we are today. Most people have been in their homes and they haven't really been able to leave their homes very much for nearly a year. And this travel season, people will mostly have been sheltering in place for more than a year, working from home. And we did a survey, a representative survey of American travelers, and they told us a few things. The first thing they told us is they miss traveling. In fact, Americans miss traveling more than any other outdoor activity. Second, Americans are telling us they actually are planning to travel this year. 54% of Americans surveyed said they either already are planning their trip or plan to travel this summer. But something's going to be different about how they travel this summer. You see, the thing people don't miss is business travel. They say the travel they miss the least is traveling for business. And they don't miss landmarks. They don't miss crowded lobbies. They don't miss getting on double-decker buses. What they miss is, the thing they feel like was taken away from them, connection to their family and their friends. So the kind of travel they want is meaningful travel, not mass travel. They want to have meaningful time with their friends and family. And so they want to get in cars in America and travel within a tank of gas about 200 miles, typically staying in small communities with their friends and family. I think that's what travel is going to look like this year, a shift from mass travel to meaningful travel. And I do think it's going to be really eventful, certainly summer for travel.
Okay, so summer is your time frame when you think things start to open up, and when that happens, does it look like the Roaring Twenties? I mean, give us the picture.
Well, it's a little hard to say. Anyone who was in the business of predicting, I said in my letter, anyone in this business of predicting the future was humbled last year. So I'm going to try to stay within the constraints, what we think will happen. I think it's going to be gradual. And, it's hard to say what month it's going to happen. I use summer for a proxy for the moment people feel safe leaving their homes. I think vaccinations are going to be critical. One of the two of the top reasons people want to get vaccinated is they want to see their friends and family and be safe, and they want to travel and be safe. But one of the things they want to do is they want to travel to places where they're either private, not around a lot of people, or in cities and communities where most people have been vaccinated. So I think it's a little hard to predict. I think it's going to be really moving in line with the health crisis. But yes, the Roaring Twenties did come after the Spanish flu. And so I think people are yearning to get outside and to be together. I think you can't keep people apart for too long. And I think that's something that we're going to learn again.
So we should be booking our summer vacations now to avoid the crush, is what you're saying.
Well, who knows? I'll try to. I'll try to not predict too much. The good news is I don't think too many people. I don't think everyone's going to be going to the same city on the same date. I think because people are more flexible and they're working from home, they can kind of take. I don't think you're going to have this flood of everyone going on the same week to Las Vegas or Miami or LA. They're going to probably, because not as many people will be flying right away, be distributing to more communities. So I think we're going to see is more people going to more places over more dates. That's going to spread out travel, which will probably reduce crowds. That's what I think will probably happen. Now, these are just predictions, of course.
Now, Brian, my interview with you on IPO day went kind of viral. I told you live on the air that the opening price had doubled, and we all saw your eyebrows go up really high. What was going through your head in that moment?
Well, first of all, I did not know my eyebrows went that high either. But what was going through my head was just, I don't know, at that moment, I think it was kind of a flashback of the last year. Because I remember we started 2019, or sorry, 2020, like a lot of people did, thinking their life would be one thing. And then all of a sudden, our stock just goes down significantly. Probably in the depth of the crisis, our stock was, just a little over $20 a share. And we had got all hands on deck, and we said, we're not really going to worry about things we can't control. We're going to focus on trying to truly build a great company. And I think at that moment, I think the year crystallized for me. The year crystallized everything we did and everyone that believed in us. And it all probably, I think, really hit me at that moment.
So Airbnb last year, in one of those private funding rounds, was valued at $18 billion. Now it's a $113 billion company. In your view, is Airbnb really worth that? You're the guy who has to deliver and make it so.
Well, I don't want to comment on a stock price. I think it's going to get a dangerous pattern for me to start doing that. But I will say that we are building a company for the very long term. I know that probably sounds like a cliche, but I'm 39 years old, so I do intend to be doing this for decades to come. And I don't want to get into comment of comment of stock price, but I will say that the higher the price, the higher the expectations, and the higher expectations, the more responsibility we feel.